Meet Ray Winkler, a 21-year-old junior at Ball State University with a full-ride football scholarship. But there is more to the story than meets the eye. Ray has had a love for the game of football as long as he could remember. He grew up in Chicago, a huge Bears fan, idolizing the tapes of the great Walter Payton, dreaming of one day getting a Division I football scholarship and even playing in the NFL. He started playing competitive football in first grade in various leagues, dominating on both sides of the ball. It was obvious to most that saw Ray play he had a future in the sport. In high school, Ray was a standout player at St. Joseph's High School in South Bend, Indiana, starting at running back and defensive back for 3 years. He had over 3,000 yards rushing to go with 40 touchdowns in his 3 years as St. Joe's running back.
Happened it every time at one. Here's Winkler trying to bull his way up the middle, finds a hole. Ray Winkler on a foot race. Ray Winkler, touchdown, St. Joe.
He also had a significant role on the defensive side of the ball, racking up 178 tackles and 9 interceptions. He was named first-team All-State squad twice and also was the captain and MVP of his team's senior year. Unfortunately, Ray was not heavily recruited by any of the major college teams in the country. Most people would let that slow them down and prevent them from achieving their dream. Not Ray.
Coming out of high school, I didn't really have any offers. The only three I had were from the service academies, which is Navy, Air Force, and Army. And I didn't want to go the military route and serve 5 years after I was done playing.
Ray decided to stay relatively close to home and walk on to the Ball State University football team.
I chose Ball State both for academic and athletic reasons. Academically, they had my major, sports administration, something I always wanted to major in since I was a little kid. So I decided to walk on at Ball State, and I knew that eventually I could earn a scholarship down the road and still see the field as a walk-on and still achieve my dream of being a Division I football player and getting a scholarship.
At the beginning of his freshman season, the coaches decided to redshirt Ray.
When I came here my freshman season, I already knew I was going to be redshirted. There was a long line at running back, and it made sense to redshirt me for that upcoming season and just learn the plays and get bigger, faster, stronger, and just practice and become a better college football player without losing any experience during game time and without blowing a year of eligibility.
Ray's freshman season was going by as expected, until late afternoon on Saturday, November 24th, 2007.
It's a crisp Saturday afternoon in DeKalb, Illinois. The Northern Illinois Huskies in Mid-American Conference action. One more time, they'll battle the Ball State Cardinals.
Earlier in the week before we played Northern Illinois, I gave my parents a call and told them don't even bother coming to the Northern Illinois game because it was supposed to be 20 degrees and I didn't want them sitting through the cold, especially if I was going to play in the game. They've been to every game since I was in about first grade playing little league Pee-wee. And they've been to every game earlier that year, including Nebraska, all the other away games, Indiana. Later in the night, me and my roommate, who was also getting redshirted that year, we stayed up late till about 2 in the morning just joking around. And we both knew we weren't going to play, so we just stayed up late joking around, watching TV and hanging out. The game started. I was chilling on the sideline, just freezing my ass off. And one of the running backs got hurt, went down with a rib injury. And my running back coach said, hey man, you got to be ready to go. I was like, all right, I'll be fine. I'm not going to play. I'm redshirting. So I continued to freeze my ass off with a little bit more nervousness to me.
The coaching staff had no choice but to put Ray in the game to start the second half. Taking away his red shirt with just a half left in the season meant Ray had lost an entire year of eligibility.
I was nervous as hell. I didn't expect to play that day at all, yet alone that season, since I was supposed to be redshirting. And it just really caught me off guard. And earlier that season, Coach Faulkner, who was my running back coach, told all the running backs, hey, be ready. Someone's got to answer the bell at some point during the season. Be ready to step up when your time's called. My first collegiate football play was a 33 inside zone, which is a run play off left tackle. I was happy it was a run play. It got all my nerves away, got my blood going, and I got 4 yards on the first play, which really pumped me up and made me ready to play and get me through this game.
Ray had 9 carries for 43 yards and 4 receptions for 18 yards. But one play from the game stands out miles over the rest.
Successful. Davis looking, throws, touchdown. Winkler wide open.
The touchdown play was a 72 wide stick nod. It was a play that was not even supposed to go to the running back. It was a play that was meant for the tight end, who at the time was Darius Hill. I never even ran the play in my life. I just know in meetings just going over the plays what I was supposed to do, which is be 2x2 off the tackle. So we broke the huddle. I seen the tackle and the tight end to my side. I ran 2x2 route. I was wide open when he threw the ball. First thing that went through my mind after I caught that touchdown pass was make sure I give the ball to the ref, act like I've been to the crib before. I didn't want to get a celebration penalty and have Coach Parrish all over me. So I gave the ball back to the ref, celebrated with my teammates, and then jogged over the sideline and then celebrated with my coaches.
After a practice in the summer before his sophomore season, Ray was called into Coach Parrish's office. He had no idea why Coach called him for a meeting, but he figured it was for a poor block or bad fumble he had earlier that day. He was very wrong.
So I went in there with no expectations really, and when I was in there, he's like, "Yeah, Ray, we're gonna give you a scholarship." And I was all happy really. I wasn't breaking down in tears like Rudy Rudiger would have, but I was pretty excited. And then after that, I called my parents. I go, "Mom, Dad, they gave me a scholarship." And then it wasn't really a big deal for me, but in the end, it was, because it was something I was looking forward to my whole life and was working towards my whole football career. And it finally happened, and I actually deserved it.
By no means is Ray satisfied by this. The scholarship has given him extra motivation to give it all he has, day in and day out. Ray Winkler may not be a household name, but everyone can learn from his determination and work ethic. He does not let any minor setbacks get in the way of making his dream a reality. Who knows where we might see him in the years to come?